Begin. Welcome to the webinar. I can see that we have lots of people joining today, which is great. So definitely investment topic is the topic where lots of people want to, I guess, explore more, which is good. As usual, before we start, let's quickly run the survey just to see if this is your first, second, or third time. Just give me one moment. I'll launch survey. Okay, so if you can select one of the following options, that will be great. You can see now survey on your screen. Just choose what is applicable for you, and then I will start the presentation shortly. All right, perfect. Cool. So we have new people, and we have here majority of the people who attend the webinar today. You've been here for more than 3 times. So thank you very much for your support. I shall close the poll now. All right, can you please put pluses in chat if you can hear me and if you can see my screen? All right, you would be able to see it now. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, well, I can see people now join us, which is, I guess, good, but I don't want to waste lots of your time. So let's start, and people who come in later on then have to join us on a way. So as I said, majority of the people attend this webinar more than 3 times. So I will talk a bit about the investment, and then I'll go a bit more detail about their, I guess, the topic itself, SkyWay technology, and also we will talk a lot today about what has been done so far. I think it's very important to also share with you guys what has been done so far, what are the company achievements. And I can see that few people are quite new to the company, so it will be really beneficial for you as well to understand what have we achieved for the past few years. As usual, if you have any questions, you have a question chat. I will be able to see your questions and respond. And also by the end of the webinar, if still anything would be uncovered, please do let me know, and I will be more than happy to answer all questions. So today we'll talk briefly about the investment, 8 rules for private investor. I believe I covered that previously, but I want to just briefly outline them one more time. We'll talk a bit about compounding. Most of the people, they unfortunately have no idea what the compounding is about, and also how to build a successful investment portfolio, and of course about the SkyWay opportunities. And as I mentioned, we'll have also Q&A session right at the end. So what is investment? I guess most of you know what is investment is. When you put their invested money for profit. There are different types of investment which I covered on previous webinar. So for those people who haven't seen it, you can have a look at our YouTube channel and see other webinars I have run or my colleagues did. So investment is very important today, especially nowadays, and it is not a luxury anymore. I think it is more necessity for every single person to start investment at early stage as possible. If you look today at the statistics, and this is something we discussed with 2 of my colleagues and friends today in our office, that's in UK, for example, the average retirement age today is 66. Imagine you have to work hard all your life, and only when you reach 66 you can go and enjoy your retirement. For me, it sounds really scary, and I don't want to be in a place, I don't want you be in a place where you have to work so hard for the entire life for someone else, and only after 66 the government would be able to pay you off to cover your expenses. So for most of the people, it is reality today. And also, as you probably, most of you know, that people today will live longer than a decade ago, which means that we would have considerably longer period of time to look after. And for many of us, for many people, have a jobs, full-time jobs, or maybe even run the business. But unless you start to invest money into different companies, or it could be investment, even if you put their money in your bank account, it still could consider as the investment if you use one of the savings account options. So if you don't invest money to any company whatsoever on any funds or in your bank, then you will definitely will reach the stage where you will face the financial difficulties unless you have a rich husband or rich kids. The people will, and they are struggling today. So the aim of our company, first of all, to explain the importance of financial education, the importance of investment. And also we're able to show people very good investment opportunities, because we are in partnership with a few companies who are seeking for investment at the moment. And today I will tell you one of the opportunities which exists today in where people can invest the money today. So investment topic is extremely important, and the earlier you start learning about the investment, the earlier you can live your dream. And when I say live your dream, I'm talking about not just financial freedom, but I'm talking about financial independence, where you can travel the world, so where you can fulfill your dreams, and where you have freedom to do pretty much anything what you like to do. Because only investment is the tool where money works for you. You don't trade your time for money. Investment is where money produces more money for you. Of course, there are different risks involved, and of course, you need to be responsible where to put your money into. And there are so many companies who offer a great returns, great opportunity, and unfortunately, at the end of the day, they don't care much about the people. They just want to get the money out of the pocket. So you need to be aware of different companies who does it, and you need to learn how to differentiate the good company from the bad company. You need to learn how to differentiate the risk. You need to understand what is company liquidity, who would be people who manage the company, and so on. So all these factors, they are very important. And we as the SkyWay Invest Group, we prioritize our investors' time, and we want to make sure that we're not just attracting people who want to invest the money and just leave it as it is. We want to make sure that we have a people who understand the value of financial education, and we want to have a people who would also be very, worried about what's going on in the world today, and people who will and can support us in our mission. So this will be our main goal, especially for the next year, is to have the right people in our team, and we're ready to go to next level. And of course, we have lots of opportunity for people to join us. So let's talk a bit about the 8 rules of private investor. Just to give you a bit of background, our company CEO, he is a professional investor. 9 years ago, approximately, he incorporated a company called Academy of Private Investor, where he teach people how to become professional investors using different tools, different assets, using different businesses. From his opinion, and I completely agree with him, Andrei Fedorovich Khavratov is our CEO. He believes that people only can be successful if they follow certain rules. And also, if you read any investment on financial books, even books on the topic of success in a business overall, you will see the same principles. So I want to just touch upon these 8 rules very briefly. I'm not going to go too much details, explain each, but I do want you to at least take the pen and paper and write them down. So then you can have a look and apply these rules in your daily life and see where you are at the moment. Well, the first of all, if you decide become investor, and if you feel like this topic is right for you, and you want to take a responsibility for your future, then you need to learn a foundation. What I mean by saying foundation, unless you know all their terminology, unless you understand what is the assets, what is liability, what is the financial freedom, independence, what are the investment tools available, it is going to be really hard for you to invest money into different companies. I know most of the people would say in this stage, well, I don't need to know all this. I can just pay broker and he or she can do the job. Well, you can, of course you can. But again, if you go back to the facts and figures, you will see that people, they're not achieving their financial goals by investing in the hedge funds. And actually, it is statistically proof that people over the long period of time, people who invested in S&P index funds, for example, they end up with a much more better returns rather than invest money in the mutual funds or hedge funds where people claim, or brokers they claim, or advisors they claim that they can do their business better than anyone else. In reality, it is not, unfortunately, the case. So unless you really take accountability and unless you prepare to learn, then for you it's going to be really hard to be on a level when you can differentiate between good or bad company. So this is unfortunately how it is. And if you're serious about investment, you need to learn the foundation. You need to find the time. We offer also different trainings and courses to give our partners opportunity to learn more about investment. But has to be your decision, your passion, and you need to have your reason why you're doing this. So rule number one is learn about the foundation. Rule number two is 5 commandments. Remember, we talk about this briefly as well. You need to save from 10 to 30% from your income on every month basis. You need to control your expenses, protect your money, which means do not just go to online shopping and impulsively buy all offers and all items which are on sale. Do make sure that you understand what your needs are. And also, there's very good advice from our financial director. He always keeps saying that's a 3 days rule. If you want to commit to some big purchase or pretty much any purchase, it could be a clothes or it could be a car. So always use the 3 days rule where you make a decision. Yes, I want to go ahead and I want to buy it. And if you're still excited after 3 days time, then go ahead and buy it. But if after 3 days you don't feel excited anymore, well, maybe this product is not for you really, and you wanted to buy because it was on sale, or maybe you wanted to buy because your friend mentioned to you that will be really cool if you have this item. So always protect your money and make sure that you understand and learn how to invest wisely. And of course, always learn to earn more. And about earnings, I will talk to you today a little bit, but also we have a special webinar on a business topics every Thursday when I talk more about the business opportunities which our company can offer. Rule number 3, financial plan. Financial plan is a key. Again, unless you understand what would be your goals, only then you can put the plan together and you can break it down long-term, medium, and short-term. There are lots of advisors who can do it for you. They're called financial planners advisors or wealth advisors, where you can just Google them and find people within your community. Also, you can learn to do it yourself. You just need to Google it financial plan and have a look what means financial plan and what will be the aspects of financial plan building. My advice to you, before you decide to put the financial plan together, make sure you understand your goals, because the goals will be differentiate what your plan will look like. Unless you understand what you want to, like why you want to have this money for, I'm sure you don't want to just have a, sorry. I'm sure you don't want to just have the money for having the money's sake. You want to maybe buy goods or services. So make sure that you have hierarchy or priority of your goals when you put the financial plan together. Rule number 4, and it's very important, never put all eggs in one basket. Sometimes people, they see beautiful opportunities to invest into different companies, and they want to put all the money they have in this opportunity because this opportunity will end today or tonight. And I know personally a few of my friends, they lost money because they trusted company, they put the money into the company without checking everything properly, and after a short period of time, company went bankrupt and they lost their money. So never put all eggs in one basket. Make sure that when it comes to the investment, you understand the subject and you invest wisely. And always invest this money which you are okay to lose. You don't want to put all your saving and then day and night you think about, oh my gosh, what's going to happen with my saving? What if the company going to go bust? What if they're not going to complete the business plan? What if something happens? So never put the money in one basket, and never put all entire savings in one company or one asset. Always differentiate. And what our company try to do now, and we will, within the next few months, we will also come up with a different, with other investment opportunities where the people can decide what company they want to invest into. So we want not just to teach people about their investment, but show them in practice how this investment works. So at the moment today, I will introduce you one investment instrument, but also there are going to be other investment options within this instrument and with other businesses as well very soon. So remember, never put all eggs in one basket. Investment discipline. It is extremely relevant, especially if the people invest in Forex, or if people invest in a different maybe currencies, and when the people invest even in gold today. Lots of people, what they do is they see that the index, for example, go up, and they want to sell all the stocks they have just to make sure they have a profit, they make the profit. Also, if the stock goes down, they start panicking, and instead of the waiting for a few days, the price go up, the people would get rid they will try to get rid of the stocks, and then they will lose a lot of money. And that's what happened with the people. Remember in 2009, I believe, 2009, when Facebook went to IPO. What happened is when the company went to IPO, they sell shares for $35 each. And then after a certain period of time, all of a sudden, the shares started going down and down and down till the 25. And what happened? People started panicking. So instead of just holding it back and wait, they decide to sell the shares. So all big guys and corporations and other businesses who involved to buying the stocks, they were quite happy to buy the stock cheaper than the initial price is. And what we can see today, that's price for Facebook share is almost $100. So imagine how this impulsive decisions can be provocative when people don't understand what they do. So instead of they're selling their shares, they should have a look on why this happening and what is the company's strategy, long-term and short-term, how they're planning to recover. And then people would realize that actually selling the shares today is not the right strategic step. The right strategic step would be just wait for a few months when the market recovers, and then the people who still kept their shares at the initial price, now they can sell it almost 5 times more. Not bad, right? So that's why investment discipline is very important. So if you come up with idea to go serious about investment, if you put your financial plan together, if you decide what business to invest into, then stick to it. And I'm sure with our help and the people we are today in contact with, we want to make sure that people are actually successful. We're not doing this and because we start create another yet mutual fund where we will charge people for certain percentages. We want to make sure that we create the platform where people can look at the different investment opportunities. They can decide what company to go for, and then they benefit the returns. Could be short term, could be long term. So this will be our goal, and it is very relevant to understand this rule number 5, investment discipline. Rule number 6, don't be greedy. I guess it is quite obvious rule, and it's applicable not just to investment, but to any aspect of your life. Just don't be greedy, because you cannot earn every single penny in the world. You're still going to meet other people more successful, and we just need to learn from them, and we need to make sure that we share our success with other people. And by the end of the day, it is not about you to become super rich. It's about what you can do with your money. And I'm sure none of us would have a dream, just become rich and live by myself happily and forget about other people, what they do. I just want to be about me. I'm sure we all have here and high goals, and we want to make sure that other people also part of this goal. So never be greedy. Education, very important. I think I already mentioned about this before. And rule number 8, multiply your investment profit, which also comes from, I guess, as a summary to all the rules above. You need always to have higher targets, and there are so many opportunities today in the market where people can start investing with even little money. Because I'm sure when you talk to people, or when I talk to people about investment, the first objection they would usually say, either I don't have money to invest, or they would say, I have no idea what is investment, and I just don't have time to learn about it. So if you look at these 2 objections, all of them, I don't think they really understand what the reality is. The first of all, you don't need to invest tons of money for you to be rich, or for you to become an investor. There are different investment types, and in some cases you can invest from as small as $10. And second of all, if you're saying that you don't want to learn about it, well, then assume that you're very happy with your current reality. And if it is not the case, then you definitely need to do something about it. Because you cannot be ignorant and just say, I don't want to learn about investment. It is today part of our world. And the people who are not thinking about it today, then tomorrow for some of us could be a bit too late, to learn about investment. Please take it really serious, especially when you talk to people and when you present them our opportunity, that they need to understand that investment, it is not a luxury anymore. The people who will understand the value of investment, the value of the concept money works for money, these people will be successful if they invest in their education, which is rule number 7. Always invest in your education. Then they will, no matter what country they live in, no matter if the economy go up and down, no matter if they have what sort of inflation rate that the country might have, it doesn't really matter. What matters is what is in your head and how you can use your skills, your knowledge to make sure that you can make the right decision, and you can benefit it, not just you, but your friends, your family, your partners, and etc. So this will be 8 rules which are presented by our CEO, Andrei Havratov. You have this information on the website as well. If you go to skywayinvestgroup.com, and if you log into your back office, you will see their educational tool. And if you click on the educational tool, you will see few other documents, and one of the documents will be 8 Rule of Private Investor, which I just went very, very quickly with you. But there are also going to be different documents, and they are there, which you can learn about the investment. Very briefly touch on secrets in compounding. Can you please put plus in chat if you know what means compounding? If you maybe heard this before, or maybe you read it somewhere, if you understand what is compounding. Okay, few of you do, and few of you, no, not really. I heard about this. I read it. No, I don't. Yes. Yes. Okay. Oh, majority of you know. Or heard about it. Cool. All right, well, to put it in a very simple term, compounding means when you, compounding, it is a math, basically. It is a mathematical formula, and it is not something you can agree or disagree with. It exists. Without you believing in it or not, it is there. So basically, compounding is very powerful tool, especially when it comes to the investment. It means that if you, for example, let's have a look at the first table on example number 1. Let's say you put 8% on site every month towards investment. Let's call it future family fund. So it is account you open, future family fund, and for this future family fund, you will put 8% each month for the next 10 years, and you do it every single month. And let's say you found that the company or the companies or investment or assets, let's make it let's use the right terms. You find the different assets which are in return can give you, let's say 8% per month, right? So let's do a calculation now. $100, we take 10%, which is $10 a month per month, and we do times 8% through the year. So that is your return after 1 year. So compounding interest works in a way that instead of you just withdrawing the profit, you put the profit back. Which means that next year, you're not starting with the $10, you already accumulated $204, right? So your year 2, you start with the $204. And year 2, like on year 1, you collect 204. So year 2, you start with the $204. So by the end of the year 2, you will have $721 in your account. Year 3, you have 2,020, 5,000, 13,000. And it get really interested on a year 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because you can see how figures are growing. Like you cannot compare to what you have started with, which was $10, and what you end up with is 1 million plus 384,000. So that is compounded. That's how compounded. That is how compounding works. Sorry, I jumped on the slide. So basically, instead of you withdrawing money every time, you just put it back, you put it back, you put it back, and it grows. Like you can see exponential growth through the certain amount of years. Of course, it's not going to happen over the night, but people need to understand here one very important thing, that investment is not about getting rich over the night. I don't know any example of the company where you can invest in the money and within very short period of time, let's say within a week or months, all of a sudden you become a millionaire. You know, the people who won the lotteries, and there is a separate statistic for that. So if you take all the people who won the lotteries, 90% of the people, they will spend all the money and they will go to the debt, even worse than the debt they started with before they win the lottery. And it was one guy specifically in UK, it was the story all over the news. He was just average guy working on a construction field, and he won £1 million. All over the place, lots of publicity, and what he did is he went travel, buy a nice house, nice car. He divorced his wife. So as usual, you know, when guys are rich, so they all of a sudden decide to change everything in their lives. So not to take personal, but that's how it is, right? Well, at least in his case. So that's what he did, and after less than 2 years, he actually realized that it's not about him to having any money left. It's about him have like a huge debt in his account. So he cannot even afford pay for anything pretty much. Not for house, not for car, not for wife, because for new wife, it's a huge liability apparently. So he realized that he doesn't have enough money to pay all his debts. And believe me or not, but after sometimes, the same guy, he won $1 million again. And you can check, it's actually a true story. And after he won his million second time, what he did, first of all, he paid all his debts, but second, he hired a personal financial advisor to help him to put financial plan together, to help him to allocate his funds into different countries, invest into different companies, into different funds, and so on and so on. So he secured for him a certain percentage of whatever the money he invested, a certain percentage every month. So instead of him using his own money, the money he won to spend, he used wherever the profit they make. You see the difference? So we're talking about investment, or we're talking about the level when people have a lot of money, they don't need to worry about having a job. They need to worry about having a business. They don't need to worry about the pension and the financial plans. When you reach the point when you have a portfolio of a few millions, then the money just works with you so well, so you can live your life on the dividends and on a profit which your money makes. But again, for you to reach that, you don't need to become a millionaire like this guy. And how many people won the lottery? It's such a bad statistics. It's, like most of the people, they lose, 99%, they lose, and they still keep buying the lottery tickets hoping that they will win it one day. Instead of they're buying these tickets, on a weekly basis, why don't you put this money on site? Find the companies or find the businesses where you can put this money on your future family fund and invest. And even if you do with the $10, then after 10 years, you can make 1,300,000 without you risking to losing all this money, without you to trying to win the lottery, which is almost mission impossible. So that is the power of compounding. And especially it goes very interested where we talk about and not 8 percentage per month, but when we're talking about the large percentages, and when we're talking not about $10 per month, when we talk about, for example, $150 per month, then your first $500,000 will be up to 5 years, and $1.5 million after 6 years. I mean, that is not bad. So I hope I just open a little bit for you guys the secret, or it's not even secret. I guess we all learn it from school. Compounding interest. Probably we had a different term for that formula, but it was always there. So I hope I just help you to one more time to have a look at this. And I really hope that after today's webinar, you would want to learn more about investment. You would want to learn more about the company I represent, and just show with your friends and family that it is not about just where to invest. Let's find the successful company. I will invest all my money I have, and I will, hope that they will do well. It is not about even that. It's about to have a discipline, investment discipline. And you can start with a very small money, and it will grow eventually with the time. Of course, yes, it's not going to happen overnight, but trust me, it will. And after I realized that, I just realized that for me, it is not about becoming a millionaire or like multimillionaire. Like anyone can become a millionaire. They just need to follow these 8 rules. They needs to follow they needs to have the investment discipline, and then anyone can be there. But why so many people they are not? And even after today's webinar, I'm sure some of you will forget about what I just shared with you guys, because you think that's, well, where we can find this 8% a month, or it is not for me. Well, it is probably not applicable to anyone because I live in this country. But it is not true. It is not true. And I have lots of partners from different countries who are now following this discipline through for now few years, and trust me, they have returns written in this table. They have it. So I myself, I'm on this journey as well. So I started investing now 2 years back, and I do it on a monthly basis each month. Doesn't matter if it's Christmas or if it's like my birthday or other celebrations, I'll still find the money to invest because I want to have this discipline. And I know that within the next few years, especially with the company today, with the company I'm working with today, then $1 million, it is not a goal. This is just a starting point. So hopefully this bit is well explained, and you probably can see more value now on this what I just explained. So let's now talk more about SkyWay string technology. This is the company I want to talk more today with you guys, and most of you are partners here, right? Can you just put on Skype if you are a partner or if you heard about string technology or SkyWay technology? If you do, just put plus. If you never heard about this, then just put minus. So then I will explain it more detail. Sorry, for some reason, lights are keeping going off. Okay, plus. Okay, you all heard about SkyWay technology. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah. Then I'm not gonna explain in detail. Then I just show you a video, which is very self-explanatory. On this slide, you can see Unitsky. He is the company CEO. He's very well-known engineer, got lots of awards and certificates, and he is the one who come up with the idea of having elevated transport solutions, which are ecologically friendly. It requires minimum land acquisition, so it can save lots of money for the technology building cost, and also the speed is up to 500 kilometers an hour. So we're talking about different lines of the transport. Today we have light transport, which is available today to see, or you'll see a few videos later on, as most of you know. And also we have a cargo transport, which will be built later on this year. And we also have a speed transport, which also will be built by the end of the 2017. But let's have a look at the video briefly about technology itself and its advantages, and then we go a bit more detail about investment opportunities with SkyWay technology. Every time I see this video, it's so emotional. And just to give you a background, especially for new guys, where you've seen in this video, We have piece of land in Belarus, Minsk. That is where this technology would be certified and tested. At the moment, it's already Unibike. That is the last. In this video, you saw very little transport. It's called Unibus for 2 people. So this transport is being tested today and now as we talk in Minsk, in Ecotechnopark. So we use this Ecotechnopark to build technology, to do the tests, and then we can sell this technology globally. And also idea behind of this Ecotechnopark is also prove the concept that's what Unitsky is claiming in terms of the speed and safety and everything. The ecological ecological aspect of this project. This actually is the true. So we want to use this Ecotechnopark, this project, while we invite different officials from various countries to show them how actually system works. And so far, we've been using their crowdfunding as our main tool to attract investments. And all what you saw in this video, it was done for people money. Can you please put pluses in chat if you understand what means crowdfunding? Mm-hmm. You understand? Okay, perfect. So what do you saw and what company achieve? Again, it's only because people were involved. People like me and you who like the idea, who like the concept, and who wanted to be the part of such an amazing project. I mean, no one today probably have a doubt that this is the future. If you have a look at the transport sector today, especially when talk to about busy cities like Hong Kong, London, and New York. What happened there is lots of people they're stuck in the traffic. The transport is very expensive. It produces lots of pollution, and cities are simply overcrowded. So with the SkyWay technology, we have a huge advantage of the first of all, because the transport is elevated, it's 5 to 10 meters above the ground, we can eliminate the traffic a lot. And also it is much more sustainable and cheap, which means that it could be affordable for any country in the world. And also with the greatest speed, people, they don't have to live in cities anymore. They can live somewhere outside and they can commute from work to home with less than half an hour. In my case, for example, I live in London and we have a different zones 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I live between zone 2 and 3. And for me to come to the office, which is zone number 1, if I'm using metro, it might take me maybe 40 minutes usually. But if I will travel during the peak time, which is early morning, like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, it can take me up to 1 hour and a half. So imagine how much time a day is wasted when we commute using the public transport. And not even public transport, even when people using the cars, you can stuck in the traffic forever, especially, believe me or not, but I think that the worst city I've been so far, it was, in terms of the traffic, was Moscow. It is quite all airports, the base, the place in a way that they quite close to city center. But once I was stuck in the traffic for 5 hours because it was just like you cannot move there. It's lots of people, lots of cars. And unfortunately, this is our reality today. So Unitsky and Andrei Fyodorovich have brought of, instead of their going and approach the big institutional investors and big guys on the initial stage, they decide to give a people opportunity, people like us, to become the part of the company. And for our money, they build the Ecotechnopark. For our money, they can purchase material. And probably, I don't know if you noticed in video, but it says that we have own production unit. It is actually very recent news. Unitsky bought a non-factory where this transport will be produced. Again, all this done for people money. So far, people who join the project, they have lots of opportunity from investment side and from business side. But just to give you an idea of what we're trying to do today, it is unique with the product, but is not that unique in the investment world. And here I show you this slide just to give you an idea of the 10 top venture capital investors by Forbes 2016. All these people, they become super rich just because they make a right decision to invest in different companies. I'm not talking to you about invest in one single company. All of these guys, they are investors and they invest in a few businesses, but all these businesses which you can see highlighted above underneath the picture, these were the main companies. They achieved the great returns. Same as with SkyWay today, we have a great opportunity for ordinary people to be part of this technology. And next time when you see the projects up and running in different countries, you can talk to your son and to your daughter and say, well, hey, I was involved and I'm still now on this project. I have shares for this project. How awesome. You can be really proud of being the part of such a great company. And today we still have opportunity for people to join because as you can appreciate, this opportunities doesn't come along every day. And at the same time, there is a limited offer. Company has a certain number of shares which they happy to sell pre-IPO. And today we reached the stage where we have lots of interest from big investors, from governments, from officials all over the globe. So we are coming to the stage where people were involved initially because it is completely new company. No one heard about this before, and we haven't yet reached the certification for us to sell this technology. Not to sell, but for us to start building this technology. So people have opportunity now, today, and they had it 2 years ago because companies start for the first time when they opened the doors to the private investors were 2 years ago when SkyWay Invest Group, we are the first partner, the first fund which works directly with Unitsky. Now we have few other companies and we have even a crowdfunding platform, independent crowdfunding platform, CMEX. They based in Russia, but there are a few other companies who are now involved and they are partners with SkyWay technology. But at the same time, SkyWay Invest Group, we were the first company who signed a contract with Unitsky to be the official partner, and first 5 millions come from our investors. So I wanted to congratulate you guys that you're here today. And if you're already part of this company, it is really great news because we know how to reach the great result in the business. And so far, we've been sending lots of funds to Unitsky, and what you can see, what so far built in Ecotechnopark, ourselves, like our team and our investors, we all involved in this. And because of all our support, we see today what I just showed you in the video. So please be proud. Again, I mentioned this today to Madi and Magda, that's in beginning of the June, we'll have a very big conference in Minsk. It's called Ecotechnopark Green Festival. Dates to be confirmed, where all investors are very welcome. And you would be given opportunity, of course, to see Unitsky and also to see Unibus and Unibike up and running. If certification will be done so far for Unibus, then we also would be given a chance maybe to have to try, hopefully. But this is definitely something to look forward to attend, because most of the people who are today attending this session, you are guys shareholders already, and because of your support, company where we are at the moment. So thank you very much for being with us and being loyal. As I said at the early stage, company has a very compounded business plan where you can see how development goes through time, and also you can see what are the time frame we're working with. Today we are in stage number 8. More likely this stage will be till February. I'm not sure either it's going to be beginning or end of the February, but more likely during the February sometimes we'll go to stage number 9, which means that we are one more step closer to our main goal, which is the company IPO. So we are today in a stage where our goals for this year will be demonstration, tests, and certification. As soon as this done and we move to the different stages after 2017, we talk about technology adoption globally. So it's going to be a different business, different offers, different opportunities. And what I can tell you today, that's this opportunity, it's not going to happen again. Today, the people who invest into the main company, main technology, you have opportunities to become a shareholder of the main company, which means that no matter where the project will be built in the future, you as the shareholder, you're entitled to receive the dividends from each project. It doesn't matter where this project built into. It could be in Africa or America or Australia, India. It doesn't really matter. So you as the shareholder, you will benefit from having as many projects as possible. And it is only for people who invest the money into main technology, which is what I'm presenting to you today. After a few months, hopefully, when all the documents coming through, and we now have a few big investors who are interested to fund the technology, because we are at the stage where it is not that risky investment anymore, even though each investment is, of course, risky and there is not guaranteed return. But at this stage, when everything is up and running, when you need to already submit the documents for rolling stock certification and other things are in place, it is very obvious for everyone that it will happen. It will happen later or sooner, but we will have this technology in so many countries. And I will actually share with you also a bit of news right at the end, what countries are involved in this business so far. So that's why on this stage, we do have lots of interest from big investors, institutional investments as well, and also from different government officials who are happy to build the roads, like, of course, considering that certification demonstration go through successfully. So that's why it is opportunity for you guys today. And when you talk to your partners and when you present this opportunity, do make sure that you mention this. That's every time when we're closer to next step, the prices will only go up, and the difference could be something between 10 to 40%. Also, you have a business development plan, which is available in the back office, and you can have a look what is called. You can see what are the frames and how much money company need to raise and how company will spend the money. So we are very transparent. We have a clear understanding how and why and what company going to buy, how this money will be spent. And Yunitsky, he's a very open person in terms of if we can book a meeting or the conference, and we can go there and sit with him. Me personally, I saw him a few times already, and I had a chance to talk to him, and he's just a great person. So it is very important for you to see all these facts and figures, which will help you to evaluate the company, who we truly are, and what are we selling here, what sort of opportunities I'm presenting here today. So that's pretty much all what I wanted to present with regards to technology itself. And as I already mentioned previously, you as the private person, as a private investor, you have opportunity to become a shareholder of technology. There are different offers and different packages exist, but because we do the crowdfunding, one of the rules of crowdfunding is that we have very big frames in terms of the people can become an investor if they invest, I don't know, like $10, or they can invest a few millions. So we have offer for anyone, literally. And it's only up to you how much money you want to invest. And it is only up to you if you would want to explore more about the company, if you want to give it to go, if you want to learn more. And also, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a business webinar when I talk more about business opportunities. But just to give you a bit of background, so company happy to give you a reward if you help us to develop business. It could be in your country level, or it could be in a global level. We do have lots of opportunities exist today. Again, because we are on a stage where technology not yet been certified, So I like this example. It's as if we have, a brand new coffee shop. We haven't even opened the doors for the first client, but we have a queue of the client waiting outside. So same here. We not yet opened the doors for the market to sell the technology, but we already have a queue of the different countries waiting outside for us to complete certification. Until that happen, we still need public support, and we still need people to talk about this technology, because what we achieved so far, it is not because we had a great PR person who put the marketing part together. It is not because the company spent lots of money on the publicity and marketing. It is not because company hired top salespeople to sell this technology. It is only because of the people. People use the word of mouth, and people use their own connections, and people just want to naturally do good for other people as well. And that's why we believe that this is an ideal environment to work and present the companies like this. It is the people project, and we want to leave it as it is. We don't want to pay like hundreds of thousands to PR a company in advertisement. He'll do the whole advertisement and put some fake pictures about the people being happily involved. We want to make sure that people tell you who are actually happy. So we want to be transparent as possible, and this is why we're different compared to any companies today. First of all, we're talking about the transport industry, which is a huge gap in the market today for almost any country, especially cargo transport. If you have a look, that's cargo transport today, the average speed is 30 kilometers an hour. Imagine 30 kilometers. We live in 21st century. I can order something from eBay in a few seconds, but I have to wait. If the product is from China, I have to wait maybe a month, because we have such an unupdated transport system. So this is the reason kind of why we strongly believe in our project. And all people who involved so far, we are involved because we see the vision, we can relate to it, and we're happy to be part of the company. And this company, trust me, we have a plans not just for next 3 months or 6 months or years. This is a lifelong project. This is something we will be, and can, and you can, if you wish, to be involved for the next 30, 40, 50, 100 years. And more, to tell you more, there is also a few plans being put together by Unitsky and Havratov, where they see this company development for the next 100 years. So we can see what markets this company will enter and how this will affect the overall the landscape of not just transport industry, but also the real estate, the stock market, and even the banking sector. So there are lots of opportunities coming, and all what I think is important for you to leave for tonight with the thought that this opportunity doesn't come along every day. And for people who want to get the maximum potential or the maximum outcome, then you do need to act now. Myself, I've been involved in a company for more than 2 years, and I can tell you, putting my hand on my heart, that's what I invested 2 years ago when we have nothing. For that money, what I invested on that time, I have a few millions of shares, which I would not be able to acquire today unless I put 30,000 and more. So there's a very big difference when you invest in a company at early stage and when you join the company when everything is up and running. So today you do have opportunity to be involved, not as at early stage as I did, for example, but at the same time, there is a great opportunity for you to become an investor and still have a great returns. I don't know if anywhere today you can, for example, invest $5,000 and in return have more than $1 million equity. Equities means the piece of company, which will be after 3 to 5 years, the minimum return will be $1, which means that this automatically would become $1,200,000. That's what we're talking about. And also, sorry again, this light is quite annoying me. Also, we have different offers which are for limited time only. They were created before New Year, just to make sure that we keep our partners happy. It's called Happy New Way, and this is very unique opportunity in investment world where people can invest money by installments. So usually it is not an option at all. Usually if you're looking for investment tool, or if you look for any company you want to invest into, it's usually it's a lump sum. So you decide how much money you want to invest, then you invest this money. If you decide next month that you want to put extra, you can also put extra. It's up to you. But in our case, you're not putting extra every month. You actually committed to put, let's say here, 1,000, but because today you don't have 1,000, then you will pay $200 for the next 5 months, which will give you this 1,000 which you want to have in total. And also what is more to this, that if you compare these packages, which gives you more flexibility to pay, but they also give you a greater return. If you compare here, for $1,000, you will have 218,000. Here, for 1,000, you'll have 150,000. You see the difference? The difference is 68,000. So you have 68,000 as the gift, just because you went for this option. Again, the reason why we do this today, because you need to understand that we are very close to stop the finance in Eco Technopark through crowdfunding. So he just happy to give people all the equities, and because he optimized a lot and he saved lots of people money by using various ways of optimizing the Eco Technopark. So he's happy to give more than he should. It is a decision he made, and he also was involved on this promotion. So we see this as a great opportunity for people who want to join, for people who would wanted to invest, but for some reason maybe they don't have enough money today to invest. Then these are definitely options to consider. These are for 5 months only, and this option will be valid till 20th January. So this is probably the best promotion we run so far, especially considering that we are today on the stage number 8, and from February, more likely it's going to be stage number 9. So that's pretty much on investment. Also, probably we'll have people here today, and people who watch this webinar, they might say or think that's, well, it's all great company, really great opportunity, I want to be involved, but well, I don't have no money to invest. Could be could be a true case. And if people, I know some people, they work very hard for their money. They could have different family situation. They can have different situation in their life where they truly want to be involved, but they cannot put aside even the $10 a month. It is like a big thing for them to put aside, which is, of course, it is not ideal situation for anyone. And I really feel sorry for the people who are struggling today, especially in our world and economical and political situation. It is not the best for many countries. I understand this. So as the company, we're happy to also offer business opportunities, which is a bit on side business, where people can help the company growth, and we're happy to reward you for your work. And you can use these rewards either towards paying your own bills, or you can use these rewards and you can also buy shares. And as part of the rewards, actually, the company also gives certain percentage on equity. So we have opportunity not just give people monetary reward for their work, but also to give them shares, like an equity reward, which is very unique to our company. So if you want to learn more about their business side of the business, and if you want to be involved, then please join me for Thursday webinar when I'll talk more about the business opportunities. Also, if you want to know this information before the Thursday, then do let me know, or talk to the person who introduced you to this business, and I'm sure they can explain you a bit more on the business side as well. And last part of the presentation today, I just want to go briefly through international support. I want to go briefly and talk about the countries who are already involved in a project development, who are looking for certification, who are looking for project development. And just to give you a bit of overview, what happened last year, very briefly, I probably will take 5 more minutes of your time, and then that will be all for today. So in 2015-16, SkyWay Invest Group has signed a few contracts with Unitsky for different roads globally. So we have a contract with Russia, Ukraine, Great Britain, and Belarus. We do have Australia, which is all over the news. You can Google Australia SkyWay. They have now an official website. They have certain projects which are now going to be put in place. And we also have agreement with Australia. And on this picture, you can see Rodhook. He is heavily involved in SkyWay development in Australia, and he used to be ex-chief chief transport of Australia, South Australia. So he is the guy who at the beginning was very keen to know about the SkyWay, and before he committed to the project, he traveled to see Unitsky a few times, and he also brought his entire team with him just to check all the calculations. And he is the person who represents our company in one of the biggest exhibitions in the world in 2016 in advance, which I also will show you a bit later on. Also, we have a contract with Ireland. As you can see in the picture above, below, contract was signed by my colleague Armand and head of local enterprise and major of Ireland, and plus our partner Natalia. So this contract already agreement is there, and they are also looking for a certification to start the building the project in Ireland. And the date when the signing agreement was May 2016. In July 2016, we had a huge delegation from Russia traveling to Minsk, and they signed the protocol of intent, where also they mentioned that they can really see that this is technology of the future. This happened for the first time in history where Russian government actually accepted the fact that in Belarus, Unitsky and his transport, they are existing technology, and they are actually going to change the landscape of transport technology globally. So Russia also very keen to invest further, and there are a few projects which, as I talk today, they are being in discussion with the Russian government. Well, you can probably appreciate the size of the country, so there is definitely an interest to have high-speed transports over there. India, it's very recent. Unitsky and his team, they went to see their officials from India, and they now in discussion of the smart city concept development, which will include more than 19 cities in India, connecting together using the SkyWay technology. So this happened very recently, less than a month ago. And also in December, Unitsky had a delegation from Turkey, so they also have signed the protocol of intent, and they also see the huge potential of the technology in Turkey, because again, when it comes to the country as Russia, India, Turkey, they have a huge land, but unfortunately the transport sector is really outdated, and some cases, some part of the country, they're not connected at all. So for these countries, the transport sector, it is the problem number one from economy perspective. And also there are lots of investment put into economy when it comes to the transport. And I think I shared with you that a while ago, according to McKinsey report for 2016, the global economy needs to put $3.3 trillion into their transport and infrastructure development to keep up with the population growth. And this is just huge numbers. So we definitely have a great potential, the market, and we have today a huge gap in the market, which SkyWay technology can complete and offer this as a solution for many countries. Also in December, these were happening pretty much on a few weeks in a row. There were a few delegations from Philippines and Canada, Russia and Australia, visiting Unitsky and his team, and they talk more about global perspective of the company development, and of course they talk about their specific local projects that they wanted to implement. So these are the great news, and as you can see, 2016 was a very busy year, and trust me, in 2017 is going to be even more because we're now so close to certification, and Unibike will be certified according to Unitsky by the middle of the by probably mid of June or May June. This is the deadline he was given, and after certification is done, then it will open up to we can commercialize this technology and we can sell it globally. So big news still to come. So 2017 definitely going to be our key year, and then 2018 we will develop it and build the technology globally. Also, just very quick overlap. What events we've been attended. Our key event was InnoTrans exhibition, Germany, 2016, September. This was the biggest event in the world related to transport and infrastructure. And at this event, for the first time in history, we were introduced to Unibike. It's here on the picture on the right-hand side, and Unibus, it's behind us. Unibus capacity is 14 people. So these are actual two real pieces of transport, and I sat inside. It was a great experience, and I feel so proud to be part of this company and be an investor myself. So it's just overwhelming. So this was the first time when the world saw the technology, and we were in the floor next to Kawasaki and other big brands, and I can tell you that our stand was so busy, so occupied, that people were using other company stands to talk to us about the SkyWay technology. And it's been September 2016, so now we have lots of people who either interested to be partners with the SkyWay. It's now been like 6 months, and lots of contracts which now Unitsky and his team and we're here working with in Europe, they actually coming from that exhibition. Which means that when people see that it is real, when people can sit inside, they can touch, they can feel, they can kind of see that it's actually all real, then it is completely different way how they react on this technology. And this is not an images. It is not just someone else's imagination. This is an actual transport which is up and running today in Minsk, and this is Unibike, which you saw in the first video. So it is now up and running in Minsk, and it's exactly the same unit as was presented at the InnoTrans exhibition. Also, we had a very big international forum, economical forum in Ukraine, September 2016. As you can see, a delegation from all over the globe. They also talk about economical problems, what are the solutions. They talk about transport a lot. And our SkyWay Invest Group team in Ukraine, you can see in the slide on the left-hand side, they also had opportunity to present our solution. And Ukraine also now among those countries who are very close to reach the agreement with the government and with investors with regards to the local projects. Also in October, it was the Belarus Transport and Logistics Week, where Unitsky was invited to present his technology, and they got lots of officials from Kazakhstan, Russia, Belarus, of course, and other Russian-speaking countries. And also Unitsky presented the two piece of transport there as well, just to show people and investors that it is all real, it is all happening today. And our last conference for this year, but not the least, was conference in Italy, Compra Verde by Green Forum. And in this forum, our team, Armand and Petru, he's here. They traveled and they were in contact with their few big investors who now we are in discussion with to actually help us to finance the Ecotechnopark. And also a few projects were discussed in Italy, in Iran, and also in Romania. There was a representative from Romania, one of the officials. So they also in discussion today, and all this country, they see the great potential in this technology. So these are just few events company attended last year, and just to give you a feel, so you can understand that we're not just sitting here, doing nothing all day. We do have lots of things to complete, and the reason why we still want to get the public involved, and the reason why we do the webinars today, because we still can, and we want to get as many people on board as possible before company moves on to the local projects. And this is the only reason why I'm here with you guys today. And I really appreciate for your time, especially for those partners who attend the webinars on a weekly basis. So really appreciate for your support. Very quickly on promotions, we have a new promo code. Please write it down. This will be applicable for new partners. So if you have a new partners, do give them this promo code. It will give them 30 shares absolutely for free. They just need, when they registered in our company website, they just need to use this promo code. You can take the print screen or write it down. So this will be valid till the end of the January. And also company run a different promotions just to make sure that we can attract more people, more partners. And apart from giving different rewards, we also have a little competition here called Star Marathon, where people can bring more business, and company in return can share with them stars and promotions, and you can exchange the stars for different goods, such as laptop or a holidays package or iPad or even a car. I guess if you would be interested to learn more about this promotion, you can find it here. Just copy paste the link, or I can give it to you link now in chat, so you can open and have a look. Just stay with me for 1 second, please. I will send it to you right now. So if you click chat, you'll see the PDF brochure. You can read about the promotion. And last but not the least is our training, which is coming very soon, interactive training master profi, which will be run by myself, Armand, Andrei Havratov, and Victor Sober. Andrei Havratov is our CEO. He's CEO of SkyWay Invest Group. Armand, most of you heard about him. He is head of Europe, and Victor Sober, he is head of development, and he overlooks for leadership, and he also our coach. So if you would want to have some sort of the advice on the leadership, or if you want to have like personal advice on coaching, he is the person who would be responsible for that in our company. I will give you a bit more detail when exactly would be the date, but this training will be only for those partners who want to do the business with us, and for those who not just want to invest the money and sit back and wait till company go to IPO in for capitalization. This will be for those partners who want to be involved on the business side of it. I will talk more about this on Thursday, but just for you to have this information as well, there's going to be a training in English available for exclusively English partners who are involved in the business side, which will come in very soon. I will keep you updated. So that's all for tonight. If you have any questions, please do ask them now. Otherwise, that will be all from my side. Let's have a look. Carol, I don't quite understand your. It was not their question. I think it was just a sentence. Crowdsourcing with. I mean, we do crowdfunding. This is kind of our concept called reward-based crowdfunding. So people who want to be involved in the business side, they also get rewards. So that's why it's called reward-based crowdfunding. But how we attract the people, investors in this business, is by giving them a piece of equity, so they become shareholders of the technology. So it is the equity-based crowdfunding. Okay, thank you very much, guys. It seems like you don't have any questions. I appreciate for your help and support one more time. And I look forward to see some of you on Thursday for a business event, for business webinar, and I will definitely keep you updated on all news and updates from the company. So thank you very much for your time. Have a good evening and take care, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye now.